also joined by Harish, who will take us through all the latest developments with regards to what transpired in court today. Harish, take us through all the arguments and counter arguments. Definitely an interesting turn of events in court there, and at the end of the day, the court has asked all parties involved to reply, before the next hearing, that is on the 11th of July.
Yes, so that's right. The biggest takeaway being that it's a big relief for the Eknath Shinde faction rebels. The rebel faction led by Eknath Shinde, the 38 rebel MLAs. Remember, today the deadline for them to reply to the disqualification notice issued by the Deputy Speaker was ending at 5:30 today. And if the Supreme Court had not intervened, they would have stood disqualified, which would have caused more problems for them. So today the Supreme Court has extended the deadline for them to reply to the Deputy Speaker's disqualification notice by 14 days, and it was earlier 5:30 today. Now it has been extended to 5:30 on July 11th. And as you rightly said, the court has also issued notice to the Deputy Speaker, the Secretary of the State Assembly, the legislative party leader of the Shiv Sena, and also Chief Whip of Shiv Sena. Apart from that, the centre and has also been issued notice. They have to take a stand and file affidavits in the Supreme Court on the petition filed by the Shinde faction challenging the disqualification notice issued by the Deputy Speaker. And one more takeaway is that after the Shinde faction submitted before the court that they faced a threat from various quarters, including the Shiv Sena leaders, the Supreme Court has directed the Maharashtra government to ensure that life and property of not only these MLAs and their also families should also be given adequate protection. Remember, the Supreme Court was told by the Shinde faction that several of the MLAs, dissident MLAs, were facing threat of life and burning of the property also. So today, during the hearing, the Supreme Court in fact came down heavily in the manner which the Deputy Speaker handled the no confidence motion against him, and asked whether can one be a judge of his own cause, and question how the Deputy Speaker could dismiss the no confidence motion himself. So in a way, the dissident MLAs had in fact cited the procedural errors on the part of Deputy Speaker to question his competency to issue disqualification notice, and they had vehemently contended that a Deputy Speaker against whom a no confidence motion is pending and who himself dismissed it has no authority or power to in fact issue disqualification notice. So and raise several procedural issues regarding the disqualification notice, saying that they were merely given 48 hours to respond to it, while rule mandate that at least 7 days time should be given. They also raised illegality about regarding the disqualification process itself, saying that the whip contemplated by the 10th schedule of the Constitution only applied to the in-house procedure, the proceedings inside the assembly, and not outside, not party meetings. So if they say that even this disqualification notice is wrong, error is wrong in law. So today the arguments were extensively heard. At the end of it, the Supreme Court has adjourned the matter to July 11th and asked all the parties, respondent parties, to file their counter affidavits within 5 days, and from 3 days thereon, the rejoinders have to be filed. And the matter has now been fixed for July 11th. And what is the biggest takeaway, as I said earlier, is that the Supreme Court has very significantly kept in abeyance the disqualification proceedings against the rebel MLAs. Back to you.
What happens to the position of the Deputy Speaker in the interim? Because there's a no confidence motion against the Deputy Speaker as well. Can that go ahead, or does that get stayed as well?
Yeah, in a way, Supreme Court has asked all parties to hold their hands till July 11th. In fact, not only the disqualification proceedings, but also all action against the Deputy Speaker can in a way, is also kept put on hold, because it in an indirect way, the Supreme Court has said that it has asked all the parties to put on hold all the action, any coercive action in between. Supreme Court, while adjourning the matter to July 11th, has merely sought responses from the Deputy Speaker, Secretary of the Assembly, Chief Whip of Shiv Sena, and State Assembly Leader and Centre, and they have to file the responses within 5 days on the petition filed by Shinde Group challenging the disqualification process, and from there on 3 days has been given for filing the rejoinder. So as of now, and all the proceedings is on hold, not only the one against the dissident MLAs, also because Devdutt Kamath, who had also appeared for the Deputy Speaker, had said that if the disqualification proceedings is kept in abeyance, there should also be no trust motion against the government or the Deputy Speaker. So, though the Supreme Court has not, in as many words, given any order regarding that, but the understanding is that all proceedings, all coercive steps against all the parties will be in abeyance till July 11th.
Thank you so much for getting us all those developments that have been unfolding with regards to the Supreme Court today. We'll keep coming back to you for the latest. For now, we leave it there. Thank you so much.